Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Windy Witch Tarot. Today I'll be doing a pick a card for some financial advice, and I was feeling very organized and very motivated today, so I picked some pretty typical office stuff that you can find that usually make me want to organize things and be a little bit better, because I know that life can get crazy and sometimes we let things slip, and that was me today, so I did a lot of organizing and cleaning and thought that this might be something you guys would like. So go ahead and choose which object you think resonates the most with you, and I will meet you there with your reading. Hi Group 1, if you chose the yellow highlighter, then this is your message. And I already went ahead and shuffled for you just to cut down on some of the time in the video, so I'm just going to hop right into the reading. So for Group 1, please Spirit for some financial, okay. Got the Four of Pentacles. This is the, so the first card is the main cause of any financial troubles that you're having. This is the Four of Pentacles, so it could be that you're having a hard time saving, maybe being a little bit too, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess like spending, like you're spending too much. So what do they need to do? That was me. What do they need to do? What does Group 1 need to do, please, Spirit? For their finances? What do they need to do right now? ASAP. What do they... Oh. Okay. So we got the Green Man that came about upright, which is the Fool in this deck. And then we got the Six of Cups that came out in reverse. So it could be that you're getting stuck in the past here. You may have made more money than what you are currently making, and you're used to having it more of a spendier lifestyle is what I'm getting here. Let's see here. What are the obstacles that are working against them? What are the obstacles working against them? Got the Nine of Cups. So maybe being a little bit too free, right? A little too independent and not thinking of the consequences. What will help you, we got the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is very emotionally stable. She really thinks ahead. She wants to make sure that she is loving her partner as much as she is receiving love. So this is all about energy. It's not about gender. But this is a very nurturing card, and so something that will help you is really taking into consideration the impact that your spending has on others, and maybe not being such a free bird here with this Nine of Cups. But let's clarify. I'd really like to clarify this Four of Pentacles and being a little too spending your money too easily here. So we got the Six of Wands, we got the Page of Cups, and we got the Nine of Pentacles. So again, a lot of independence here, feeling very abundant, feeling like you're on top of the world here with the Six of Wands, feeling very victorious. And we also have the Page of Cups, so this could be about, perhaps this is about a relationship where, you guys go out and you're always paying, is kind of what I'm getting here. What is the Green Man about? Or what they need to do? Why is the Fool here of what they need to do? Let's clarify that. The Fool, please, Spirit. Or the Green Man in this deck. Why is the Fool here? Ooh, we got the Ten of Cups. Okay. So thinking about the long term, think about the long term a little bit more than the short term, and not getting stuck in the past and what you used to be able to do. What else? Ooh, we got the Hanged Man. So, it seems to me that you've had an idea already about you're really kind of stopping yourself from taking this leap into a new type of lifestyle, and it's time to, you know, you've reached that enlightenment, so it's time to start putting action toward those new ideas that you've had. And we get the Ace of Wands in reverse. So you're not feeling very inspired to do this. I know it can be really grueling. You know, it can feel very grueling to start a new lifestyle, especially if you've been in a very, you know, independent, feeling very abundant, feeling like I don't really need anybody else, I don't need anybody's help, and now all of a sudden, you know, you have other people relying on you, or you've changed your goals. You know, you now have more long-term goals, but you're having a hard time making the adjustment from the short term to the long term in terms of planning. So what's this Queen of Cups about? The Queen of Cups, so what will help? Let's clarify the Queen of Cups. The Tower came out in reverse. So when I see the Tower in reverse, it's more of your life path changed, but it wasn't like a huge change. You know what I mean? It's more of like a slight kick instead of like a drop kick across a football field, if that makes sense. So when I see that, it's more of like you're still struggling to stay on the path that you were supposed to have been taken off of it, if that made any sense at all. Sorry guys, I'm tired and I definitely need a cup of coffee. But I think what Spirit is trying to convey to you here is stop fighting it. Stop fighting this new idea or this new lifestyle or a new life plan that you've come up for yourself with. It's time to embrace it, and it's time to love it, because it's going to love you and it's going to provide back to you. And whether that be a person or just an idea or a job, it's really the same energy of it's time to accept it and move forward. And yeah, see, we just got the Five of Cups. So you're definitely not feeling it right now, is what I'm getting here. Is you want to go back to the way that things were. You liked your life before, and you're really struggling to get on board with these kind of like new financial rules, these new money rules. What else? And you really just want to stay in this hell yeah energy of the Queen of Wands, very confident, very beautiful, very inspirational, just wanting to do your thing and march to the beat of your own drum, but it's time to come out of that. Let's pull an oracle card for you, group 1. You know what? It just came to me to pull 3 for you, and so that's what we'll do. So your first card, the Void, Stop, Embrace Winter, Great Cosmic Womb. There's lessons to be learned in this struggle for you right now. And it could just be as simple as, you know, learning to think of others a little bit more, trying to be a little bit more considerate, more helpful in how you balance your finances. You know, possibly if you're living with another person, you know, equally, or making it more equitable, because that can be really tough. You know, there's a difference between equal and equitable, right? Big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. Absolutely. Keep the big picture in mind. That's what I was saying before about long-term versus short-term, right? You've had a short-term thought process for a long time and how you approached your finances, and now you are making that transition from short-term to long-term. And it's hard to get into the new way of doing things, but it's always going to be worth it in the end, right? Especially when we're all like 65 and not broke. That's awesome, right? Breath of the Cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. Yeah, I think that this is about learning lessons for you, Group 1. And those struggles, you're going to feel those struggles, but it's going to make you a more well-rounded person. And you're going to realize that you can't always have control over everything. You can only have control over yourself and your own habits and your own spending habits, especially. So remembering that you have control over all this, that you have free will. The spirits can only help us so much. At the end of the day, we have to be active participants in our lives. So, awesome reading for you, Group 1. I hope this resonated. Please let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, Group 2. If you chose the awesome pair of scissors, these things are like industrial, by the way. I've had them for years, and they're awesome. Anyway, if you chose these scissors, then this is your message. And I already went ahead and shuffled just to cut down on some of the video time. So I'm just going to hop right in. So, main cause of financial issues for Group 2, please, Spirit. What's the main cause? What are the main causes? What's the main cause of the financial issue for Group 2? The Lady and the Lord. It could be, a marriage or a commitment that is really taxing for you financially. Or it could mean, that you're really struggling to decide how you really want to approach it. So much about our finances and our financial planning just boils down to decision making. And, I'm seeing that you're having trouble here. You're having trouble deciding which route to take. What's the best way to go for you? So what do they need to do? What does Group 2 need to do, Spirit? We got the 8 of Chalices, so moving on. That's my move on card, which is not super helpful, but we will clarify. So you need to move on from something. 3. What are the obstacles for Group 2? What are the obstacles working against them? Justice. This is Libran energy. You could be a Libra, or you could have it in your placement somewhere, or you could be dealing with a Libra. You're feeling very unbalanced. You could have an unbalanced lifestyle of maybe you're spending too much, maybe you're saving too much. It's not so much that you're saving too much. It's that, how like you're going along and then you're like, save, and you're doing so good that you can't stand it anymore. And then you buy like, $3,000 worth of crap on Amazon or something. Not 3,000, but you know what I mean? It's kind of like me whenever I go on a diet and then I'm like, no pastries forever. And I do really good. And then I see cookies and then I crush the whole box. So it's kind of like that kind of an energy coming from the Justice card here. So what will help Group 2? What's going to help them with their finances in this situation? What's going to help them? King of Cups. This is a very emotionally stable energy, so keeping your emotions in check. It could be kind of like what I was just talking about, like stress spending, Okay, that's gonna hit an emotional chord for some people, but I'm really getting that you, and this is probably going to be for a very specific person, but you feel so alone that you spend to fill the void. So it's like the shopaholic, but not in a good way. It's almost like binge shopping. Like, I had a hard day and I can't wait to go home and get on eBay kind of thing. Instead of like processing your emotions, you're getting overwhelmed and then going and buying things. So that's probably going to be for a very specific person. For the rest of you, it's mostly just remembering to stay balanced, to keep your emotions in check, because it's going to lead to better decision making here. But let's go ahead and clarify. Let's clarify the Lord and the Lady here, or the Lovers in the traditional tarot. What's this decision for their financial troubles for group 2? We've got the Hanged Man. Yeah, I'm not laughing at you, group 2, but I always think it's funny when the tarot clarifies with a very similar meaning card. It's like, ugh. So yeah, you're definitely stuck trying to make a decision with something. You're trying to decide whether to move on in a certain situation. You know, and it could be, it could be a marriage, that's really, one of you has a serious spending problem and the other person is the saver. Let's see if I can get some more clarity for the Lovers, please, Spirit, for their financial issue. For group 2, got the 6 of Cups. So there's a lack of maturity here. One of you, or it's yourself, as you're struggling to mature, you're struggling to make those really financially stable, emotionally stable decisions that's going to lead to financial success and abundance here. I lost a card. Okay, we got the 3 of Pentacles. And what you're really struggling with is laying down this foundation, right? I mean, you want a good foundation, but you're really struggling to move beyond that. I want it now, so it was on sale, so I'm gonna buy it. It's like part of you knows that you don't actually need it, and you're trying to save money because you really want a solid foundation for yourself and potentially for a partner. I am getting the sense that it's causing you just a lot of grief. It's like a lot of emotional hardship here in this struggle in trying to decide what to do. You could be wanting to, just as an example, buy a house, but you don't have enough money and you're getting really stressed out, and then you're going out and buying things. Yeah, let's see. So let's clarify this 8 of Cups of what do they need to do? What do they need to move on from? For group 2, please, Spirit. Okay. So like what I was just saying about some grief and emotional pain, we got the 3 of Swords here. This is a lot of emotional pain. It's time to move on from that. It's not serving you. You don't need to internalize your failures, That's the only way that we can improve. I mean, if you think about it, unless you fail, you have no idea where that line is. That you can say, oh, okay, well, I made it this far and then I messed up. It's time to pick yourself back up and keep going, because now you learned and now you know what you have to do to become better. Okay, what else? What else do they need to move on from to help them? What else, please, Spirit, for group 2? What else for group 2, please, Spirit? What else? What do they need to move on from? Come on. Tell me. I'm ready. Okay. We got the King of Swords. So you're definitely, you're trying to approach this really logically. For some reason, this is preventing you from really standing in here. And it could be, the better way to approach this is being a little bit more emotional, being a little bit more open to hearing your partner's ideas is what I just got, because you've been trying to be very analytical here, very data-driven, very head over heart when it comes to your decision-making with this King of Swords energy. But I think that ultimately it's just causing a lot of pain here, so it's time to leave that behind. Okay, let's see for the Justice card here. That's working against, yeah, we got the Wheel. This is the Wheel of Fortune. So luck, you've kind of run into a spell of bad luck here, is what I'm getting. And but that's the thing about justice is that, the scales do always realign themselves. Okay. Woo, yeah. The Emperor showed up for you. I love the Emperor. I love this card. It's Aries energy. Okay, so the Emperor, I like to refer to this as boss mode. If you want to get stuff done, you want the Emperor to show up because this is the energy of, he has all of the kings, is how I think of the Emperor. He's, he can be loving, he can be nurturing, he can be very analytical, he can be abundant. He's got it all. He's very good at planning, at organizing, and you haven't been feeling lucky. Like the wheel, it's been wanting to turn for you, but because of all of this emotional things that are getting dragged into it and a lot of pain here, and you not being willing to kind of step up and do that, you've been essentially blocking yourself, and that's the reason why you have felt so unbalanced here. But the fact that the Emperor is showing up really tells me that you are ready to stand in your power here. You are ready to do it. Let's see. I'd like to get one more for that Justice card. Can I get one more? The obstacles working against. Got the Page of Swords. So you're not feeling, you're not feeling too, like you don't have very many good ideas anymore. You feel like all of your bright ideas have just kind of like pop, 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 and now you're like, I got nothing. But that is most likely your ego talking. And, okay, I'm getting it. So that's what this is about. You need to get out of your ego and get more into your intuition here. That's why these kings have shown up here, because, the ego is important, right? We need both. It's important to have the ego to go day to day in the 3D. The ego helps us analyze, it keeps us alive. But on the flip side, this is your higher self. Your intuition, your heart is your higher self, and they are always going to have your best interest at heart here, right? So it's time. It's time to accept that. It's time to get out of your head and more into your body and into feeling like, what do I need to do? And then feel it, right? So let's see this King of Cups here, where they will find help. Well, we got the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. This is a power couple. I definitely am seeing that this Lord and this lady here, that this is a marriage, or this is some kind of higher level of commitment here for the King and Queen to show up like this. Don't ostracize your partner, even though you guys probably have different approaches and how you want to deal with all of this. They are in your corner, right? They are your teammate. They are your partner, and you have to remember that you're on the same side. It's not you versus them. It's the two of you versus the problem, right? In this case, it's your finances. So get on the same team as them. Yeah, we got the Four of Cups here. So there have been opportunities for you. There have been opportunities, and you're not seeing it because it doesn't look like exactly like what you want here, right? You had an idea of what this all should look like, and because it didn't, you ignored something else, some other idea, because you thought, well, it doesn't quite look right, right? Let's get one more. Got the Six of Swords. Yeah. So it's time to move on. It's time to move on from this kind of energy of kind of being a little bit immature and being stuck in your head and how do I do this. It's time to listen to that intuition, reconnect with yourself, reconnect with your partner. Things are going to work out for you. So let's pull some oracle cards for you. For group 2, please, Spirit, for group 2. For group 2, please, Spirit. Okay. This one's for you. And this one is for your partner. Okay, your card. All paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. Well, it can't get any clearer than that. Just like what I was saying, it's time to go within, it's time to listen. And for your partner, breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. Which is interesting because this is one of the cards that the first group got. So you might want to have your partner look at group 1 if they're interested. But yeah, I see this as more as you guys have two totally differing views of how you want to manage your finances. And it's really time to come together. It's time to, mature together, grow together, and reach some level of maturity when it comes to your finances. It can't always be my way or the highway, right? It should never really be that, but when it comes to finances, it definitely cannot be that way. Okay, group 2, I hope this resonated. Please let me know in the comments, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hi, group 3. If you chose my awesome black stapler, then this is your message. And I already went ahead and shuffled just to cut down on the video time, so I'm just going to hop right in. So the main cause of your financial trouble is, that was quicker than I thought. Okay, so we got the Ten of Swords, so something has ended in the Knight of Wands. They came out together. The Knight of Wands, some people read this as kind of like a player or a person in your life who's not really taking you all that seriously, and that could very well be. We'll have to go deeper. I also see it as a person who is taking action despite it all. It's not really coming from a place of love or stability or logic. It's just that person who's deciding to go for it no matter what, pretty much. So the fact that we could have the Ten of Swords with it is like there's an ending, there's a death of this. But we'll get more into it when we clarify. So what do they need to do? What does group 3 need to do to help? Okay, so we got the Emperor and we got Page of Cups. This could be about a relationship that's really caused you a lot of financial loss. It could have been a breakup, for example, and maybe you had to move and you had to spend a lot of money unexpectedly. But we also have the Emperor here, so I was just saying this for group 2, that the Emperor, my nickname for the card is going into boss mode, because the Emperor has all of the King's energy. So he can be loving, he can be logical, he can be very abundant and nurturing. You know, he's kind of got it all. So he can be very organized and plan really well. But on the flip side, he can be crude and he can be disorganized. And so I'm wondering here if maybe you've been kind of like wishy-washy in what you want to do, and maybe you've been dealing with a lot of emotional pain right now and you're having a hard time expressing yourself and getting things done. But it's time to do that. It's time to step up, and it's time to go into boss mode. So the obstacles working against them, please. You keep on getting 2 cards. I'm feeling like there's 2 different storylines going on here. So we got the King of Swords and the 3 of Cups. So you're not being logical enough. You could be involved in a third-party situation. It could also mean that you are going out too much, that you're spending too much time with your friends and your family, spending a little bit too much money, not being responsible, not stepping up and being analytical, and looking at all of this logically and realizing like, oh, you know, I only got like, you know, a couple $100 until next payday. Maybe I shouldn't go, you know, spend 75 of it on drinks at a bar. You know, like that's just as an example, that's like what I'm getting here. So what to do for help? Okay, got the Queen of Wands here for what would help you. The Queen of Wands is, this energy is, she's very confident. She's really stepped into her power. She knows her worth. Feeling very beautiful. And, you know, again, it's kind of running parallel for me with the Emperor energy of just know your worth, step into your power. You know, you have the ability to do this, right, and to make your finances what you want them to be. But it's time to step into that energy here. Oh, you know, well, that's okay. I felt the need to shuffle for some reason. So we're going to shuffle one more time. Okay, so let's clarify this this Knight of Swords and the the Knight of Wands and we got 2 cards. Okay, so we got the Magician and we got the Hierophant. So, you know, I think the ending came because you weren't manifesting what you really wanted, and I do see this as more of a relationship. The Hierophant can be about higher levels of learning, devotion, you know, really increasing your spirituality. It can also be about marriage, or really just expressing yourself to that level. And you were manifesting that. This was something that you were really manifesting, and it came to an end. And when it came to an end, it's like everything else did too. Man, I just got this, like, lost the will to live. I hope that that's not the case for you. Maybe that was a past energy for you where you became very, very depressed and you no longer wanted to even try here in all ways, especially your finances. So let's go ahead and clarify the Emperor and the Page of Cups. The Emperor and the Page of Cups, please. Okay, and we got the Page of Pentacles. Time to study, time to step up. I really see this as you need to step into your power and possibly go back to school. You know, if you're not happy in your current career and you felt maybe it's like you've been unsure about which path to go down. But the fact that we got, oh, look at me. It's time for a cup of coffee. It's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But no, the fact that we got the Hierophant and the Page of Pentacles here,
I'm really seeing this as it's time to make a return. You know, you really want to manifest this great financial life. And look, we got the Ten of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck right at this moment. I mean, you really want financial wealth and abundance in the 3D, and there was an ending in a way that you thought that you were going to be able to do that without going back to school. And I think that what you really need to do is reconsider that. I think that it's time. And when I say go back to school, it's not like you have to go back for your doctorate, like you have a master's degree. Maybe it's time to explore a new side of your career. Maybe you're still staying within the same career, but it's time to go down a different path. Maybe it's time to switch entirely. You know, that's going to vary for individuals. You know, maybe you've had interest in going to a trade school. You know, it doesn't always have to be like, you know, go spend your last dime and getting that PhD, you know what I mean? We'll see you in 15 years. Like, no, this can be so much simpler than that. It could be just that you need to read more up-to-date research about what you're in right now. You know, it could be so many different things. So, you know, take a hard look at that and apply it to yourself and see what you can do there. So for working against you, though, I really want to see this Three of Cups. What's this Three of Cups about? What's the Three of Cups about, please, Spirit, for group 3? What's the... Okay, a lot of burdens. We got the Ten of Wands. So you've learned a lot of lessons here. Ooh, we got the Hermit. Yeah, I definitely see this as possibly you got cheated on, or maybe you were the other person. You got the Ace of Wands. Yeah, you really feel like this inspiration, like this way of attaining this financial independence with this other person was just snatched from you. And yeah, you've learned a lot from it, but it's also really sent you within yourself, and you're just really struggling to manifest what you want. Let's see this Queen of Wands of what would help. Okay, so we got the King of Wands. Oh my goodness. This happened. That is so crazy. This happened for group 2. But it was with the Cups energy. So we've got the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. So there is a power couple on the horizon for you. This is a very inspirational, very big plans, you know, like you have great ideas and you want to go for it, but it's time to let go of the old and accept the new, because this Five of Pentacles is in the background. I mean, it's almost like this Queen of Wands is a facade here. You want to show to the world how beautiful and confident that you're feeling, but on the inside, you're just, you know, you're really struggling here. And you're standing in your way of stepping into your power, of stepping into that Emperor mode. So let's get one more. Death and rebirth. It's time for a new cycle. So it's time, group 3. It's time for a new cycle in your life. All of these wrenches that have been thrown into your path right now, they were meant to send you into this tailspin so that cycle would end and a new one would begin. And it's my true belief here that the best thing that you could do for yourself is step into your power and figure out what it is exactly that you are wanting to do in terms of some kind of higher level of learning, and then do it, because that is going to bring you so much financial wealth and success and prestige, and it's going to feel like this sadness and this loss that you've experienced, that's going to seem like a lifetime ago, because this is going to be so successful for you. So let's pull some oracle cards for you. For group 3, please, Spirit. group 3. One more. Okay. Called Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. So what did I say? It's time to go into boss mode. It's time to get into that Emperor energy and step up, because you have been called. This cycle in your life has come to an end, and it's time. It's time to turn that page, because you have been called, and it's time for that training, right? Soul gifts and training. It's time to learn something new here, group 3. Awesome. Okay, group 3, that's what I got for you. Please let me know in the comments if this resonated, and I will see you next time. Bye.